Actually, this was an off-campus opportunity, and it actually came on a website named Dare to Compete. Informed that mostly the questions would be CS basics like OS, OOPS, PBMS, computer networking, and PSA. Much. And for the second round, it was pure DSA.
Along with that,
Because electronics itself is so tough that plus you have to do other things. It is totally wrong. So my resume had two major points that I've started, like my code courses and CodeShift ratings. Basically, on code courses, I'm a specialist, and on CodeShift, I'm a 4-star.
Looking forward to get an internship at the end of your second year. So this video is for you. Hi everyone, in this video I have with me Anjali. She is currently pursuing her second year of BTech in RV College of Engineering, Bangalore, and she has recently grabbed an internship at Flipkart. So we talk about Flipkart as a company. It's super amazing e-commerce company, e-commerce site we all are familiar with. So how she was able to grab an internship after her second year, that too through a program known as Flipkart Runway. So we'll talk about this Flipkart Runway program. What were the different stages? Was there any resume shortlisting? What was important from the point of view of online tests and interviews? So each and everything we have discussed in this amazing and lovely conversation with Anjali. So I hope you all will enjoy this conversation, and do let me know in the comment section if you have any feedbacks for me. You want something to improve, and hit that like button, share it with your friends, and do subscribe this channel. So let's see this amazing conversation with Anjali. Thank you so much, Anjali, for accepting the invitation and coming here. Hi everyone. So today we have with us Anjali. She is currently studying in the second year of her graduation, and she has recently got an internship at Flipkart. She's from RV College of Engineering. Like, we'll discuss in this amazing session how she grabbed this particular internship and what all things were important as a part of her journey. So before starting with today's session, let's have a brief introduction of Anjali.
Hi guys, I'm Anjali, and I'm from Patna, Bihar. But I study in RV College of Engineering, Bangalore, and I'm currently pursuing my bachelor's in electronics and instrumentation. I'm presently in second year, and so I just cracked the Flipkart internship.
Amazing. So now, like, before starting with the things of actual what happened, and so I would like to know more about your college life. Like, how has been the life at RV College? Although you stayed for just, I guess, 6 months in college, 6 to 8 months, right? So how was the life at college, and what all things you did as a part of your college?
Basically, my college life was quite short, which included tests and quizzes and everything. But yeah, we had our fest. It was pretty much enjoyable. And actually, our college has a coding club, which I'm a part of. So I got to a fair idea of the coding culture there. Mostly people over there do development work and not much of competitive programming. But yes, then I found my seniors who did competitive programming, and they've surely helped me a lot.
Great. I hope you will join your college back and enjoy all the things that you did previously.
Sure.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, coming upon to this particular opportunity, like, how did you get to know about this program by Flipkart, and was it an on-campus or an off-campus opportunity?
Actually, this was an off-campus opportunity, and it actually came on a website named Dare to Compete, where mostly Flipkart hiring tests go on. So I got to know about this opportunity through one of my friends, and then I registered on the website. Like, totally 14,500 some people registered. And yeah, this program is known as Flipkart Runway program, and is only for second year girls.
Okay. So now companies have started rolling out programs for second year. Like, I see a lot of companies like Microsoft, like JP Morgan and Chase. A lot of companies are rolling out their programs for 2023 batch. That is correctly the students of second year. So I hope this trend continues, and maybe more and more companies join the league, and people will be getting internships after second year. Like, when I talk about our time, so in getting an internship in the second year was not everybody's cup of tea.
Actually,
it's a bit difficult at such big companies. But now I can see a lot of companies having their own programs. Samsung even has its program for second year people.
Samsung has Parichai.
Parichai,
yeah.
Now coming upon to this particular program for Flipkart, like, We'll talk about the entire process, what were the number of rounds, and how you actually aced those rounds, what was being asked in those rounds. So it would be better if like we can start from the first very beginning. Like there was an online coding test,
Yeah.
right? So what was there in
Uh,
that, and what important topics were there as of,
okay.
yeah.
So basically, first thing we had to register on that day to complete site, and then we had two rounds. First was a MCQ round. We didn't have a coding round, and the second was the interview round where we had a DSA round. So that
Oh,
was it. And for the first round, we were informed that mostly the questions would be CS basics like OS, OOPS, DBMS, computer networking, and TSA. So that
okay.
was pretty much. And for the second round, it was pure DSA. Like not even much of projects were included. Projects were not even mandatory. If you have one, you wish to, you can introduce about them and talk about them in your interviews. But mainly interviews were all focused on DSA. So for my first round of preparation, actually I'm from a non-CS branch, so doing OS, OOPS, DBMS was pretty tough for me. The only thing that helped me, the first thing that helped me actually, was that I was in class 12. I had a subject IP through which I've studied Java and DBMS. So I was pretty clear with OOPS and DBMS with that. And then for OS, sorry, and computer networking, one of my seniors helped me with a course on GFG that helped me to ace it in. Like I studied it very quick, like 5 days, and I had to cover it quickly. I used to do BSA, so I have a pretty much idea of BSA. I did the basics, and first when I qualified the first round, I strictly focused on DSA after that. So I did graphs and trees and DP because those three were the main topics that we were supposed to have. So pretty much that's it. And yeah, plus point that I always did a lot of competitive programming on sites like Codeforces, CodeShare. So that has always supported me, and I feel that the DSA round seemed pretty moderate to tough to me, and not very tough to me just because I had my hands on competitive programming.
Yeah, amazing. I can very well relate to you. Like, I am also from electronics and communication background, and studying these CS fundamentals is a bit of extra work that we have to do along with the electronic subject that I'm studying.
Yes,
All
actually.
analog communication and digital electronics and all that. Along with that,
Because
we have
electronics itself is so tough that plus you
yeah,
have to do other things is totally gone.
yeah, same thing. Like people generally but nowadays, what the things are happening is people from electronics and communication are mostly getting into IT field. Like they're not
Yeah,
getting into core electronics, but the trend is a bit shifting. So this
yes.
was about that particular selection process. So after that selection process, there was just like there was one online MCQ test, there was one interview round, and after that there was some mentorship program. Is it?
Not exactly mentorship program. We have an internship. So we'll have an induction ceremony and probably we'll work on something like on the Flipkart app or website. We'll probably do something. And
Okay.
it might include some part of like research work, but it's an internship program mainly.
Yeah, so having an experience of internship at such a big company after second year is itself amazing. Now coming on to one important part of the process, that is the resume shortlisting. So maybe resume plays a part during the interview as well, and resume might be there in the initial shortlisting. So how was your particular resume, and something that you would like to tell about resume? Because people in second year are generally confused, like don't have much work experience
Yeah,
to put in resume. They don't have those like entire skills like what all are necessary for a software engineering role. So like I do get queries like I'm applying for so and so program for Microsoft, I'm applying for so and so program, I'm in the second year, I don't have anything to put on resume. So like just for them, like what can you put in your resume and what was actually there in your resume?
yeah. So my resume had two major points that I've started, like my code courses and CodeShift ratings. Basically, on code courses, I'm a specialist, and on CodeShift, I'm a 4-star. So basically, those were my major points, I feel. And apart from that, that I would recommend everybody that you should have one project at least. One major project is all what you need. I feel that because a lot of people do, they create, they make a lot of projects, 5, 7 projects, but actually don't do anything in CP or something. So that's not a point. You should try competitive programming as well, because once you do that, your logical ability and your thinking ability would be very strong for problem solving. So you need pretty confident in coding rounds, because first you have to clear the coding round, and after that only you can show off your projects, not before that.
Yeah.
So I feel those were the major points, and I would recommend, like, a lot of people ask about CGPA. So even I've been asking about everyone about CGPA. I guess anything above 8 plus would do. Mine itself is 8 plus. It's not very great, but I guess 8 plus would do. And if you have a 7 plus, you're safe. That's what I would say.
Perfect, perfect. That's super cool. Like when you talk about your preparation resources, so like you mentioned that you
Yeah,
have been active on competitive programming sites like CodeChef, like Code Forces. So how did
yeah.
it all started? Like when you started preparing for coding, and when you started with your coding, like which all resources did you prefer initially?
Yeah. I started with coding last May, and since then I've been continuing with it. So basically, first of all, I started with SPOJ, there's a site, and then
Yeah.
I moved on to Hacker Rank for a little bit, and then came back to Code Chef. And initially, what you have to do, I would recommend everyone, is like start solving basic problems. Those are like printing some patterns, or like
Yeah.
very basic mathematics problems I used to do. And then slowly and slowly, as I used to watch a lot of tutorials to learn about new concepts. Like, I never actually went to any site and learned about what hash maps are or anything. I looked at a few problems, I looked at the tutorials, and I gradually get in how is it used. So that's all I feel. I haven't like proper study materials ever, but I did it as per the need of the problems. One problem, you have to apply this, I'll go and learn this. So that's how I've worked.
Great. That's a perfect thing. Learning by doing is something that we call it, right? So that
Yeah.
was pretty much it. It was an amazing interaction with Anjali, and at the end, like including part, I would have one final piece of advice from Anjali to the budding engineers who are aiming at cracking such companies even in the second year. Like an advice to the second year people.
Yeah. I would suggest, like, keep one solid project on your resume, because it helps a lot. And to girls, I would say that stay aware. You have a lot of programs. Like, you have lots and lots of programs from first year to second year in major companies like Google, Microsoft, Flipkart. Every company is for you. Like, legit. So I missed a few because I wasn't aware, but I hope nobody else does the same mistake. And secondly, I would say that people who are not from CS should do the computer science subjects like OS, OOPS, and DBMS. Start a little bit. All what you need is a basic knowledge. They don't ask you something very much in deep. So you should be handy with it, so that at the end moment, because you have to focus on DSA, so you can't do those subjects at the end moment. I would say do it gradually, and because I've done a lot of CP and I feel that it has helped me a lot, I would recommend everybody to do CP. Try code courses, code chef. It will make your problem solving ability best. The best. Actually, you'll be pretty confident, coding rounds that the first question you can easily do. Easily.
Great, great, great.
So
So that was something amazing. Like people would get some really cool insights into your journey and how they should prepare for such company. Thank you so much, Anjali, for coming here once again. All the best for your internship, and we wish you good luck.
thank you, Ash. It was nice talking to you. Thank you.
I hope this gave you some really cool insights into Flipkart's runway program, and you might be able to prepare for it better. And if you haven't yet started, go ahead and start preparing for this amazing opportunity at Flipkart. It will be coming next year as well. So thank you so much. All the best. Good luck. Bye bye. And do follow, share, like, subscribe, everything that you can do.